Welcome back to Capital Limited Productions, everyone. Today we will be seeing engine number 89 on the Strasburg Rail Road pulling their classic, authentic wooden passenger cars along the road to paradise. But before we see just what this Canadian classic can do, let's take a look back at its history. The Canadian National E-10As were a series of 260 mogul-type engines originally designed and built by the Canadian Locomotive Works in 1910 for the Grand Trunk Railroad to work on branch lines. They were numbered 1000 to 1024. These engines used Stephenson valve gear, carried 10 long tons of coal and 7,200 gallons of water, with a boiler pressure of 170 pounds per square inch and 263,000 pounds of tractive effort. Number 89 was originally numbered 1009 when it worked for the GTR. In 1919, the E-10As were renumbered, with 1009 becoming number 911. The Grand Trunk was absorbed into the Canadian National Railway in 1923. In 1951, they would undergo another renumbering scheme, and number 911 would become the number 89 we see today. The mighty moguls would be retired from regular service in the mid to late 50s and early 60s in favor of diesel, and like most of CN steam, sent for scrap. Number 89 is one of 7 E-10As that survive today. The engine was originally part of F. Nelson Blount's Steamtown collection in Bellows Falls, Vermont, just like Norfolk and Western 1218. It was Blount's favorite engine to drive on his Green Mountain Railroad tourist operation until his death from a plane crash in 1967. In 1972, number 89 would be purchased and shipped off to the Strasburg Rail Road. The engine was submerged by floodwaters from Hurricane Agnes while on the journey. However, it arrived safely at Strasburg with little damage. Number 89 arrived at Strasburg facing east. This meant that while most Strasburg trains would pull to Lemon Place Junction 10 to 1st, then run around and pull headfirst back to East Strasburg Station, number 89 would do the opposite until the turntable at the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania was installed across the street in 1973. In 1977, number 89 would travel to Lancaster Passenger Station to help celebrate its reopening after renovations were completed. After a few years of mainly working alongside ex-Pennsylvania Railroad 440 number 1223, number 89 was put down for major repairs in the early 1980s and replaced with PRR 442 number 7002. Eventually, number 89 will return to service in 1988 and has been running ever since, only going out of service when obvious FRA inspections are required, the most significant being in 2004 when it was converted back to its Canadian national look. Now in a special CN Strasburg heritage scheme, number 89 is a reliable member of the railroad's fleet, as well as one that we have seen before at Capital Limited Productions. It normally pulls shorter trains on the half hour during the heavy seasons, but can also be found pulling more medium-sized trains on the hour when needed. The engine will also pull freight or do odd jobs around the yard, as well as assisting other engines on the road to paradise. Number 89, along with other members of Strasburg's fleet, has appeared in numerous documentaries, TV spots, advertisements, and photo charters, always putting on a grand show. And now, we will see that show put on for us at Capital Limited Productions. Enjoy!